I didn't mean for tacos to become the thing. At first, it was just an excuse. A way to avoid sitting face to face in a room where everything felt heavy and watched. Food gave us something to do with our hands, something to look at that wasn't each other. I told myself it was practical. It wasn't. It was the only way I knew how to spend time with a 14-year-old boy who had learned that men don't stick around, and not ask him to believe that I would. My name is Ray. I'm 58. I'm a general contractor. I make a living fixing what other people decide isn't worth fixing anymore. Roofs after fires, foundations after floods, houses that look fine from the street but won't hold another winter. Before I ever met him, I read his case at the CASA office. I remember where I was sitting. A small desk, fluorescent lights, the hum of a printer down the hall. I read it once fast, then again slower. His dad barely registered in the story. Gone early enough that memory didn't have time to harden. After that, men came through the apartment like weather. Some loud, some mean, some drunk. One had stayed long enough to make the walls feel unsafe. His mom wasn't well. Drugs filled the gaps where food and sleep should have been. By the time the file reached me, the boy had learned the rules. Don't talk much, don't need much, don't trust anyone who says they'll be back. I closed the file and sat there longer than I needed to. I didn't take the case because I thought I could change anything. I took it because I knew how to show up to places where things were already broken and not flinch. When we first met, he didn't say more than a few words. Hood up, eyes down, arms folded tight like he was holding himself together. Not angry, practiced. I introduced myself, told him when I'd be back, then I left. And I came back. That's how it went for weeks. Then, one afternoon, after a court appearance that drained whatever little energy he'd brought with him, his stomach growled loud enough for both of us to hear. He froze, embarrassed. "You hungry?" I asked, already standing. He hesitated, then nodded once. There's a taco place behind a tire shop off Main Street. No sign. Plastic tables, chairs that wobble if you lean back too far. Construction guys eat there because the food's cheap and nobody asks questions. We sat at the same table every time. At first, he ate fast, eyes darting, like the plate might disappear. He didn't talk. I talked just enough, about work mostly. How you can't fix rot by covering it up, how buildings tell you what's wrong if you're willing to listen. One day he said, quietly, "My mom used to make these." I waited. When she was good, he added. I didn't ask anything else. The first time I thought I'd lost him, it happened without warning. I pulled up for our usual Tuesday pickup, and the house was empty. No car, no note, no explanation. I sat there longer than I should have, checking my phone like it might tell me what happened. I drove to the taco shop out of habit, sat alone at our table, and realized I didn't actually know where he was. That's a moment people don't talk about. The sudden quiet. The way your chest tightens up when you realize the kid you've been showing up for might have vanished and no one thought to loop you in. I made calls, left messages, waited. He'd been moved, quickly. Another placement didn't hold. I didn't sleep much that night. A few days later, I found him again. Different house. Same kid, hood back up, walls rebuilt higher than before. I didn't explain where I'd been. I didn't apologize for something that wasn't mine to control. I just told him when I'd see him next. And then I did. Somewhere in the middle of all of that, Home Depot entered the story. I had to stop for supplies for my own place and ask if he wanted to come along. He shrugged. He didn't talk much in the store. He watched, compared boards, checked weight ratings, read labels like they mattered. I handed him a tape measure without saying why. A minute later, he said, "Those ones are twisted. You want these?" He was right. I nodded. Good eye. That was the first time I saw him stand a little straighter. After that, he asked questions. How do you know when something's solid? What happens if you mess it up? Can you fix anything? Most things, I said, if you don't walk away. By the end of the case, the hood stayed off. He talked about auto shop, about maybe construction, about liking work where you can see when you've done something right. He wasn't healed, he wasn't safe forever, but he was looking ahead instead of just bracing. On our last Tuesday, I brought him a small tool chest. Nothing fancy, something that would last. He ran his hand over the top, slow, like he was testing it. I'll use it, he said. I know, I said. As he got out of the truck, he paused. You're still around, right? I nodded. Yeah. He didn't say thank you. He didn't need to. People ask what being a CASA means. I don't explain it much anymore. I say it means showing up when the story isn't neat. It means sitting at a plastic table behind a tire shop, not knowing how things will turn out, and coming back anyway. It means giving a kid something solid to hold on to, and trusting that he'll decide what to build with it. The case closed. The work didn't.